What's going on, guys, and welcome back to the channel. So today I'm going to be starting a new project for my truck. I used to have these fender flares on my truck, and I actually took them off 2 winters ago in order to clean out all the salt and grime out from under the truck, and I just never put them back on. I want to get these things back on just to protect the body from all the rocks and stuff slinging out of the wheels. The reason I'm going to shoot this video is because I'm going to put Bedliner on the flares, which I think is going to give it a nice rugged look. It's going to make the truck look really good, and it's going to match my step rails that I've got that already have Bedliner on them. I think it's going to sort of tie the whole truck together, make it look more rugged, and it'll be a little bit different than all the color matched fender flares that everybody's doing. So I just want to go through the steps that I'm going to take in order to paint these things, get the Bedliner to stick, and not have to worry about it peeling off in the future. But the first step I'm going to do today is go ahead and give these things a wash, because they've been sitting in the garage now for, like I say, a couple years. They're covered in dust and nasty stuff. But with that, I'm going to get to washing them. So that's it for step number one. Just get them washed up, and then I've got them set out in the garage in order for these bad boys to dry out. And I know they'll get super dry because it might be a couple days before I get back to this project, but it is going to be a couple step project. So now that I'm done with this, the next thing we're going to do is get them painted. So the next time you see me, I'll be getting some paint out. All right, guys, so we're back for step 2 of the fender flare painting, and today it feels pretty good outside. The sun's just now starting to go down. I'm going to show you guys what I'm using to prime these things in order to get the Bedliner to stick really good. So I found this stuff at O'Reilly's. I was looking for a primer for plastic, and this seemed like the best thing that they had. So this is ideal for plastic, vinyl, and chrome. So this is something that you could use instead of like a regular primer in order to get paint to stick to stuff, but it's just a clear primer, and it just kind of sprays down right on top just like a normal spray paint application would. So I'm going to use this stuff. I've never used it before, so I'm going to see how good it works. But it wasn't too expensive. I'm hoping this one can will cover all 4 of the fender flares. I'm just going to get them painted up right quick, and then the next time you see me, we'll be laying down some Bedliner. Alright, so that's it for that step. Now we're going to let this dry overnight, and the next time you see me, we'll be getting some Bedliner on these flares. So I'm super excited. They're looking really good right now. They're nice and smooth, so the Bedliner should lay down nice and even and give us a good texture on it. But what I am going to do, since these flares did come off eBay, I am going to contact Bushwhacker to get some of their rubber trim pieces that go on top of the flares, because the ones that come from eBay, they're just crap. That's what I had on the truck originally, and it did scrape all the way through the paint. Again, a truck from 2004, the paint's not in the best shape anyway, so it doesn't really bother me if the finish doesn't come out 100% perfect. But also the Bedliner is going to just be a lot more rugged, so you're not going to be able to notice any imperfections in it. So I'm not all that worried about it, and I think it's going to look really good. So one thing I do want to mention that I noticed with the paint that I put down, that plastic primer stuff, it actually does make the plastic really sticky. It dried completely overnight, so it should be like dry to the touch. But when you put your hands on it, it almost feels like double-sided tape. So I guess that's what they were talking about with helping the paint adhere to it. So I'm going to go ahead and get these cans shook up, and then we'll get laying the Bedliner down on it. Alright, so coat number 1 is down. As of right now, we're still doing pretty good. He's not crying yet. So I'm going to let this sit for a few minutes, get the second coat down. One thing I do want to say though, that spray on Bedliner has come a long way since the last time I used it. I know the first time I ever used this stuff was back when I owned my Ranger. That's probably been 8 years ago now or so. I ended up picking up the rustoleum truck bed coating. So honestly, I just like Rust-Oleum's products. I like their spray paint. I like their car paint. Any of this stuff has always been really good for me. It looks good. It lasts a long time. and it usually doesn't chip off, so that's why I go with Rust-Oleum. Spraying it out right now, it's coming out of the nozzle super easy. It's not clumping up like it used to. I know before when I spray this stuff, it would come out in like little balls and it would drip just paint all over the place and it wouldn't really come out smooth, which of course with Bedliner you don't actually want it perfectly smooth, but you still want like the bumps and everything to be smooth across the surface. And so far with this first coat, it's looking textured, it's coming out, like I say, it's spraying smooth. So I'm hoping after we get 3 coats down, it's gonna look really good. So I'm gonna keep shaking this can, start shaking the second can to make sure I've got paint ready to roll, and we'll just keep on going. All right, the time clock is starting to beat. I'm gonna hurry up, try to calm him down for a second, get one more coat on it, and then we'll get him inside and get him happy again. So here we go. All right, we did what we could. We got 2 coats down. Time clock was going off, so had to hook up the little dude here. So I'm gonna put him to sleep. Hopefully I can get him down for a little bit of a nap. Come out here and get the 3rd coat done and we'll be finished. But so far after 2 coats, they're looking awesome. It's starting to turn matte black as it's drying out. We're back with the final steps of the install. So I've got the flares sitting here, they're all painted. I'm gonna get to installing the trim that goes around the outside edge of the flare. So I found this trim on Amazon and it was actually a little bit cheaper. But if you look at the way it's designed right here, you can see that it's got like a lip right here on the top of it. So where the red is, that actually sticks to the inside of the fender flare. And then that little lip sticks a little bit farther out in order to keep all the dust and debris and stuff from getting behind the flare and keep it a little bit cleaner, but it's also a lot softer, so it's not gonna scratch the paint nearly as bad as what that crappy C-channel does. So this is one thing I would definitely do if you get eBay flares. Get some of this stuff and go ahead and throw that other junk in the trash. But I'm gonna get this installed right quick and then we'll be able to put the flares on the truck. All you have to do is remove these 3 little screws here that hold the fender liner up into the fender. So if you have the eBay flares that don't already have the bolt holes cut out, the easiest way I did it, if you don't have a friend, is to just go ahead and take those screws out, push up on the fender liner and get a pair of vice grips. So I just took a pair of vice grips, clipped the fender flare to the fender, went up behind it, and I just took a nail and scratched it a little bit. So that little scratch showed me where I needed to drill the hole for the flare. And once you do that, you just bolt it right on. So it's super simple to get the front done. So I'm gonna go ahead and put this thing Alright, so to install the rear, the stock bed does not have any bolts in it, but it does have these holes here, and you can see where they've got a little rust on them. So I found out when I originally installed them that if you just use those basic little metal like fender clips for the small fender screws like that, those things end up rusting up like crazy. So that's why I've got the little rust spots on the bed that look terrible. But I actually found these at O'Reilly. So these are Mazda bumper clips is what they're called. But it's the same thing, but they're made out of nylon, so you don't have to worry about them rusting. And then you'll be able to take your flare off and clean up underneath it and make sure the whole bed doesn't rust up. So all you have to do is snap these things on. And then just take your flare, take those little fender screws, and just screw it right on. Alright guys, so that is it. So it's been a couple days since we got the fender flares on, and I just want to show you guys what the truck looks like, how they're mounted up, and how solid everything looks. So you can see right here on the truck, it definitely helps keep dirt and stuff off the side of the truck. It has rained a couple days since I put the flares on, and that was another huge advantage of having them on, is it doesn't sling all that dirt up into your windshield right there. It keeps it a lot cleaner, and overall I'm really loving the look of these things on the truck. So with that rustoleum bedliner, it actually came out a little bit shinier than what I thought. And right here you can see the difference between the step rail and the flare itself. I thought the flare was going to be more gray, rough color, but I actually like the way it turned out because it matches the body a little bit better. So you can see with the 20 by 12, I'm going to pan at the side here, and we still have about an inch or so of the tire sticking out, which it doesn't look nearly as aggressive. I did have some 14 wides on it at one point, and with the flares it looked absolutely sweet, but they were 22s, and honestly I'm just more of a fan of the thicker tire look. But with that, that's all I've got for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and I hope it showed you what you can do with the flares on your truck. And if you're enjoying the content we're putting out with the truck and other things, please be sure to hit that subscribe button and hit the like button, and I'll see you in the next one.